Ford says their latest engine might just end the electric car era. And honestly, they could be right. It's not only more practical, it's more powerful too. So how exactly is it supposed to crush the EV market? And what does that mean for the rest of us? The ripple effect from this is going to be massive. Ford isn't just building a better engine. They're unleashing a whole new kind of power plant, and it's wild. Let's break it down. So, what's going on here? Ford has just introduced a revolutionary diesel engine that's got the entire industry doing a double take. Yeah, a diesel engine, at a time when everyone thought electric cars had the future locked up. This beast, dubbed the PowerShift Titan, isn't your average diesel. It's a total disruptor that might just tip the scales back toward internal combustion. What makes it such a threat to EVs? For starters, this thing is unbelievably efficient, like record-breaking efficient. It makes traditional engines look like thirsty dinosaurs. But the real jaw-dropper? Its emissions. The Titan puts out shockingly low carbon levels, something no other diesel has managed to do. It's not just impressive, it's historic. You might be wondering, why now? The timing couldn't be more strategic. Ford dropped this bombshell right when electric vehicles seemed unstoppable. Just as the world was gearing up to go fully electric, Ford threw a wrench in the gears. And now the future of cars is suddenly up for debate again. So what's Ford's game plan? They're not just betting on one horse. Ford's giving drivers options. Not only are they killing it with this new diesel tech, they're also dominating in hybrids, ranking third globally. And when it comes to EVs, they've been holding the number 2 spot for over 2 years now. Whether it's electric, hybrid, or now next-gen diesel, Ford's making it clear they're here to compete on every front. But the crazy part is that Ford's the only car company that's serving up the whole menu. And you know how everyone's been raving about electric vehicles lately? Well, reports have been coming out that Ford is actually losing money every time they make a sale, so giving customers options is a survival tactic. Why is Ford doing this, you ask? Simple. They're all about giving us choices. They've got a finger in every automotive pie, which means they've got their ear to the ground when it comes to what customers really want. They've been killing it in the hybrid game. But now it is time for the diesel. And don't get me wrong, Ford's not turning its back on electric cars. Nope, they're playing on both sides of the field like pros. So what's this mean for us regular folks who just want a cool ride without breaking the bank or the planet? Well, it's like Ford's hosting an automotive buffet, and we're all invited. More choices, better tech, and maybe even friendlier prices. Sounds like a win to me. Think about it. This could totally shake up the car world. Ford's diesel revolution might just pump the brakes on the EV takeover, at least in some areas. And you know what happens when there's real competition? Everyone steps up their game, and we get cooler cars. The future of driving? It's anyone's guess at this point. But one thing's crystal clear. Ford's not afraid to ruffle some feathers and challenge the status quo, which is the right move to make because their legacy at this point is being tested. Look, they might be the second best EV seller, but they are beaten by a mile. And to be honest, it is the same in the hybrid department. So for them, this is a make it or break it moment. They did the same thing with EVs, and they failed spectacularly. And now this is their new solution that works. But how exactly? But first, why am I talking about this? Well, one thing you need to understand is that this diesel engine is here to fix the mistakes of their past and move forward. And the mistakes made in the EV sector are many. First of all, let's talk about battery limitations. Ever wondered why some folks are still hesitant to jump on the electric vehicle bandwagon? Imagine cruising down the highway in your shiny new electric car, feeling like you're saving the planet 1 mile at a time. But suddenly that dreaded low battery warning pops up. Panic mode engaged. Welcome to the world of range anxiety, my friends. And don't even get me started on charging stations. You know how you can find a gas station on practically every corner? Well, EV charging stations are playing catch-up. As of 2023, there are about 136,000 public charging stations in the US. Sounds like a lot, right? Well, when you consider how long it takes to charge up one car, you really understand that there is a lot more work needed. And let's not forget about piezoelectric fuel injectors that deliver fuel with pinpoint accuracy. All these snazzy innovations come together to crank up fuel efficiency, by a whopping 13%. Not to mention they dial down noise levels, making them quieter than many of Ford's older diesel models. So the question now should be, how exactly do these things work in the real world? Well, let's talk about it. The reality is that although there is still a lot of room for improvement, these bad boys have been taking the automotive industry by storm with their seamless integration across Ford's entire lineup. From the hard-working Transit to the rugged Ranger, and even the family-friendly Kuga, these engines are redefining what it means to be a diesel-powered vehicle. And let's start with the mighty Ford Transit, the commercial van that's become the workhorse of businesses everywhere. With the EcoBlue engine under the hood, you're looking at a power-packed punch of up to 170 horsepower, along with a jaw-dropping 20% more torque at just 1,250 revolutions per minute. That's the kind of power that'll make your deliveries a breeze, even in the tightest urban spaces. And the best part? The Transit meets those stringent Euro 6 emission standards, so you can save the planet while you're saving time. But the EcoBlue magic doesn't stop there. The Ford Ranger, the mid-size pickup that's built to tackle any job, also gets a serious boost from these engines. With options up to a whopping 213 horsepower, the Ranger's EcoBlue power can handle even the biggest towing tasks, up to a mighty 7,750 pounds. And with improved fuel efficiency, you can say goodbye to those dreaded gas station trips. Now let's talk about the family-friendly Ford Kuga. This compact SUV packs the EcoBlue punch, delivering up to 180 horsepower of pure driving pleasure. But it's not all about raw power. The Kuga's spacious interior and cargo hauling capabilities make it the perfect companion for all your weekend adventures. Plus, with those Euro 6 emission standards under your belt, you can feel good about taking the family for a spin. But that is not all. Ford Mondeo, the mid-size sedan that's all about comfort and efficiency. The EcoBlue engine options, ranging from 150 to 190 horsepower, provide a refined driving experience that'll have you gliding down the highway in style. And with the improved fuel economy, you can say goodbye to those endless stops at the pump. And that is not just a marketing gimmick. This is the real deal. It will save you a lot of money in the long run. This bad boy is a game changer when it comes to fuel efficiency. We're talking about a whopping 13% improvement in fuel economy. And let's talk numbers. The Transit Custom with Auto Start technology can achieve an average fuel consumption of around 46.3 miles per gallon. That's like sipping a refreshing drink on a hot day. It feels good and saves you money. So over 80,000 miles, you could potentially save up to 1,700 euros compared to older models. Who wouldn't want that? It's like having a secret weapon in your back pocket. If you ask me, this is a killer option we have on our hands, but what do you think? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.